The gaming industry is set to unleash a whole new wave of immersive and dynamic virtual worlds that will be playable across range of devices, from consoles to PCs and to mobile phones. With exciting new features and gameplay mechanics, we could say that these upcoming cross-platform fantasy MMORPGs are going to take the gaming world by storm. Also, some of these games are made with Unreal Engine 5, which would definitely bring us stunning graphics and visuals. Hello there gamers, welcome to GamingAtMax. In this video, we're gonna be counting down 10 of the most anticipated upcoming MMORPGs that are gonna be playable on multiple platforms. So stick around, click the like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification buttons to get notified for more of my videos in the future. Let's get to it. Starting off at number 10, we have Crystal of Atlan. Crystal of Atlan is a hub-based action MMORPG similar to games like Soul Worker if you're familiar with that game, where you'll basically choose a class and embark on a quest to uncover the mysteries of Crystal of Atlan. The game offers impressive action combat system that caters to both casuals and hardcore players. Whether you're interested in developing formidable characters with diverse range of unlockable abilities or simply looking for a few hours of entertainment, I think you'll find this game fun. Basically, it's for both casual and hardcore players. We currently don't have any details about the release date yet, but it held its second closed beta test towards the end of last year, which leads us to speculate that we'll likely see a full release of the game sometime in Q4 2023. But it might be later than that, probably like early 2024. We can only speculate though. Next up at number 9, we have Wars of Prasia. Nexon has officially launched Wars of Prasia in South Korea, and fans can now get their dibs on the MMORPG by downloading it in the Korean App Stores or Google Play Store. However, there's no official word yet as to a full global release, but with the title's massive scale, top-notch visuals, and deep gameplay, it's very likely that we're gonna get to see a global version coming out sometime towards the end of 2023, or maybe in early 2024. Wars of Prasia is an MMORPG with rich graphics and deeply immersive gameplay on both PC and mobile platforms. Nexon describes this MMORPG as a game that disrupts the rules of traditional MMORPGs with an unprecedented degree of individual freedom, and all players are allowed to join any association, own territory, and be able to manage it with others. It sounds very promising, but we can only wait for its global release to see how good or bad this game would turn out to be. Moving on to number 8, we have Liang Ren 3. It's a Chinese-style MMORPG which recently released in China. It's kinda the same as those typical Chinese MMORPGs you'll see on Play Stores and App Stores these days, except this one offers much better graphics. This game is described to be a classic swordman-style MMORPG that allows players to play as martial artists. There's no details about their release date yet, but the Chinese mobile companies typically release their global version of their game faster through third-party rights holders compared to the Korean one, so we might at least get a beta test this year. At number 7, we have Legend of Ymir. Back in January 2022, We Made Studio released a tech demo for its upcoming MMORPGs that will be utilizing Unreal Engine 5, which is titled Legend of Ymir. And a few months after that, the publisher shared a brand new in-game trailer for it. I wasn't actually impressed by the game's first trailer, but the latest one definitely looks good. It's not mind-blowing or pushing the limits of Unreal Engine 5, but it's still great to watch, and it definitely left a lot of hype in me. Legend of Ymir is a fantasy MMORPG that represents Northern European take on the worldview of the previous Mir series. It will retell Mir's story while also incorporating PvP battles in the form of siege battles. And since it's made by We Made Studio, it would of course integrate blockchain and NFTs for making money through cryptocurrency, so you probably have to keep that in mind if that matters to you. Next up at number 6, we have Dragon Sword. This is a game I've personally been looking forward to. Currently, there's only a little to know about the game, but based on the information available, Dragon Sword, also known as Project D, is an action role-playing game with an anime art style and gorgeous visuals developed by Hound 13 Studio. The announcement of Project D by Korean developer Hound 13 caused a stir in the gaming industry. This is largely due to the fact that the studio was founded by former core members of the Dragon Nest development team, and the game appears to bear some resemblance to Dragon Nest. At the time of making this video, it is still unclear whether the game is going to be full open-world MMORPG or a hub-based MMORPG just like Dragon Nest, or if it would turn out to be a single-player RPG with co-op features just like Genshin Impact, but the trailer appears to showcase a massive raid feature where you can play with other players, and this type of scenario typically only happens in MMO games. I mean, this could also happen in a Genshin Impact style of gameplay where players can do co-op modes, but I don't know, man. Feel free to share your opinion about this game in the comment section. Moving on to number 5, we have Project Ragnarok. Project Ragnarok is advertised to be a AAA budget cross-platform action MMORPG powered by Unreal Engine 4. This was initially announced to be released back in 2021, but until now, the game remains to be under development, and there are little to no updates about it. From the trailers we've seen so far, the game boasts monsters, magic, an open world with platforming elements, and numerous other methods of traversal. I initially thought this game was made by Chinese companies, but no. This MMORPG is a Japanese game, thanks to this guy named Heike for providing the info. He mentioned that the news in Japan is that due to COVID-19 restrictions and issues during 2021 and so far in 2022, it has caused severe delays in the development of the game, and there are still severe issues regarding the FPS stabilization, but they're getting closer to solving that massive issue. It's unlikely that we would see a release of this game this year, but hopefully we would in 2024. Coming in at number 4, we have Arthdal Chronicles. Arthdal Chronicles is a free-to-play MMORPG that seems to incorporate a hybrid action combat mechanism. It boasts an awe-inspiring open world that players can traverse at their own pace and includes a faction system. In addition, the game is an adaptation of a well-known Korean TV series of the same name. This MMORPG is one of the latest AAA game developed by Netmarble. This MMORPG, Arthdal Chronicles, has been revealed to the public through a demo after much anticipation. Netmarble showcased teaser images and videos of the game on November 17th, showcasing the stunning graphics and gameplay of Arthdal Chronicles. In addition, a brief demonstration of the game was also presented. There's no official release date yet, but seeing that they've already been able to showcase some short gameplays, we'd probably see a South Korean release this year and then global release in the following year. Next up at number 3, we have ThronesAndLiberty. Throne of Liberty is an upcoming MMORPG from the developer NCSoft that was originally planned as a next-gen version of Lineage before becoming its own entity. The game will have an emphasis on story-based contents as well as unique challenges for players to engage cooperatively and collaborate together. One of the key gameplay features will be the ability for players to transform into different animals in order to quickly traverse and explore the map. Additionally, players will be able to pick up other players, presumably as if they were mounts. This is an MMORPG intended for PC and PS5, but we can also play it on mobile devices when it launches, but it will be through a unique way. ThronesAndLiberty will not directly have a mobile version, but it will provide us with a streaming opportunities via NC Purple app, though it's gonna be quite tough as you will need to have a really fast internet connection in order to stream play without lagging. Down to number 2, we have Honor of Kings World. Honor of Kings World is an upcoming, likely free-to-play, open-world action MMORPG being developed for multiple platforms, possibly PC, mobile, and console, by Timi Studio. This game is based on the Arena Valor universe and is a different game from the mobile game Honor of Kings. Honor of Kings World will be a story-rich, focused on discovery, wonder, and adventure. As of now, there haven't been any official announcement about whether Honor of Kings World will be free-to-play or pay-to-win, but we can only make an educated guess about the most probable outcome, given that the studio's parent company and publisher Tencent specializes in free-to-play games and that the most successful games of this type, such as Genshin Impact, offer unobtrusive gacha but not pay-to-win features. It's reasonable to assume that Honor of Kings World will follow the same type of monetization model. Nevertheless, we can't be certain until the studio makes further official announcement. Finally, at number 1, we have Tarisland. publishers Locojoy Games is set to release an upcoming MMORPG called Tarisland, and the initial trailer of the game has sparkled comparisons to the renowned World of Warcraft, which is considered a giant in the genre. Tarisland is a fantasy MMORPG that shares similarities with World of Warcraft. Both games have a cartoonish art style and features paladins, mages, dragons, elves, and other fantasy elements. However, some people have labeled this game as a clone of World of Warcraft because of many of its characters and environments seem to have been inspired by Blizzard's signature style. The game's elementals, dragons, airships, and playable classes and races in particular appear to be heavily influenced by World of Warcraft. Tarisland's release date is still unknown at the moment. It's also not clear whether this game will have a simultaneous global launch or not. Although there will be a closed beta test in China, it is still uncertain if it will be available in other regions at the same time. Given how huge this game is, I would assume that it would take quite some time before we see a global release of the game. We'd probably be lucky if we could get our hands on it in early 2024. Mobile games sure are evolving, aren't they? Anyway, those are 10 of the most anticipated huge MMORPGs to come out on multiple platforms such as mobile, PC, and other devices. Let us know what you think about these games in the comment section. And this wraps up our video for today. I hope you guys found this video informative, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel for more contents like this and hit that like button down there, as it would definitely help this video reach more people. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.